Erlangen, East Franconian. Erlang is a Middle Franconian city in Bavaria, Germany. It is located northwest of Nuremberg at the confluence of the river Regnitz and its large tributary, the Schwabach.Erlangen, and has more than 100,000 inhabitants. As of 2015, Erlangen is dominated by the University of Erlangen-Nuremberg and the numerous branch offices of Siemens AG, as well as a large research institute of the Fraunhofer Society and the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Light. An event that left its mark on the city was the settlement of Huguenots after the revocation of the Edict of Nantes in 1685. Felix Klein's Erlang program of 1872, considering the future of research in mathematics, is so called because Klein then taught at the University of Erlangen-Nuremberg. History. Erlang was first mentioned in official records in 1002 under the name of Villa Erlangen. In 1361, the village was sold to Emperor Karl IV. 3 years later, a city was built close to the village, which in 1374 was given its own mint. In 1398, the municipal rights were confirmed. In 1402, the city came into the possession of the House of Hohenzollern as part of the Principality of Brandenburg-Kulmbach, remaining under the rule until 1806. During the 4-year Napoleonic occupation, Erlangen was the capital of the so-called Low County of the Principality, encompassing the area until Neustadt and Eichen separated from the High County by a land corridor. In 1810 it became part of the Kingdom of Bavaria, together with the rest of former Brandenburg-Bayreuth. While it was still part of Brandenburg-Bayreuth, the first French Huguenot refugees arrived in Erlangen in 1686. Margrave Christian Ernst of Brandenburg-Bayreuth built a new town for them. In 1706, the old town was almost completely destroyed by a fire, but soon rebuilt. In 1812, the old and new towns were merged into one. In 1742, Frederick, Margrave of Brandenburg-Bayreuth, founded a university for his royal seat of Bayreuth. But due to the rebelliousness of the local students, the university was transferred to Erlangen. Only later did it obtain the name of Friedrich Alexander University and become a Prussian state university. Famous students of these times were Johann Ludwig Tieck and Wilhelm Heinrich Wackenroder and Emino Ether. Already during the Bavarian municipal reform of 1818, the city was endowed with its own administration. In 1862, the canton administration at Erlangen was founded, from which later arose the administrative district of Erlangen. In 1972, this district was merged with the administrative district of Hochstadt. Erlangen became the capital of this newly founded district, Erlangen-Hochstadt. During this municipal reform, Erlangen was effectively enlarged considerably. Thus in 1974 it had more than 100,000 inhabitants. Points of interest. The University of Erlangen-Nuremberg was founded in 1742 by Frederick, Margrave of Brandenburg-Bayreuth, in the city of Bayreuth, but was relocated to Erlangen the next year. Today, it features 5 faculties. Some departments are located in Nuremberg. About 39,000 students study at this university, of which about 20,000 are located in Erlangen. The Botanische Garten in Erlangen is a botanical garden maintained by the university. Bergkirchweih. The Bergkirchweih is an annual beer festival, similar to the Oktoberfest in Munich but smaller in scale. It takes place during the 12 days before and after Pentecost. This period is called the 5th season by the locals. The beer is served at wooden tables in 1-liter stoneware jugs under the trees of the Berg, a small, craggy, and wooded hill with old caves owned by local breweries. The cellars extend for 21 kilometers throughout the hill and maintain a constant cool underground temperature, until Carl von Linde invented the electric refrigerator in 1871. This was considered to be the largest refrigerator in southern Germany. The beer festival draws more than 1 million visitors annually. It features carnival rides of high-tech quality, food stalls of most Franconian dishes, including bratwurst, suckling pig, roasted almonds, and giant pretzels. It is commonly known by local residents as the Birch Car, or simply the Birch, like in Gemma and Birch. This is an outdoor event frequented and enjoyed by Franconians. Despite a relatively high number of visitors, it is not commonly known by tourists or people living outside Bavaria. Districts: Am Anger, Alt-Erlangen, Bruckpop, 20,000, Buchenbach, Bergberg, Dexendorf, Eltersdorf, Pop around 3,200, Frauenori, Hausling, Huttendorf, Innenstadt, Kosbach, Kriegenbrunn, Neusses, Rodelheim, Schallershof, Sonnenblick, Sieglitzhof, Buchenhofer Siedlung, Studek, Tenenlohe. Historical population: Mayors of Erlangen 1818–1827, Johann Sigmund Lindner 1828–1855, Johann Wolfgang Ferdinand Lammers 1855–1865, Karl Wolfgang Nock 1866–1872, Heinrich August Papelia 1872–1877, Johann Edmund Reichelt 1878–1880, Friedrich Schaar 1881–1892, Georg Ritter von Schue 1892–1929, Theodor Klippel 1929–1934, Hans Fliel 1934–1944, Alfred Gross 1944–1945, Herbert Ole 1945–1946, Anton Hammerbacher 1946–1959, Michael Peschke 1959–1972, Heinrich Leitz 1972–1996, Dietmar Hollweg 1996–2014, Siegfried Balius 2014–present, Florian Janik. International relations: Erlangen is twinned with several cities: Eskilstuna, Sweden, since 1961; Rennes, France, since 1964; Vladimir, Russia, since 1983; Jena, Thuringia, Germany, since 1987; Stoke-on-Trent, United Kingdom, since 1989; San Carlos, Nicaragua, since 1989; Beşiktaş, Turkey, since 2004; Riverside, California, U.S., since 2011. Further partnerships: Venzone, Italy; Shenzhen, China; Richmond, Virginia, U.S.; Cumiana, Italy; Port Louis, Mauritius. Famous residence: though of small village for much of its history and now only a small city of only 100,000 inhabitants, Erlangen has made significant contributions to the world, primarily through its many Lutheran theologians, to its University of Erlangen-Nuremberg scholars, and the Siemens AG pioneers in science and technology. Among its noted residents are Eugenius Johann Christoph Esper, scientist, botanist, first to begin research into paleopathology; Johann de Kalb, soldier, War of Austrian Succession, 7 Years' War, Major General in the American Revolutionary War, namesake of many American towns; Georg Ohm, German scientist, famous for Ohm's law regarding electric current and the measurement unit ohm; Philip Ludwig Statius Müller, zoologist, known to the classification of several new species, especially birds. August Friedrich Schweiger, botanist, zoologist, known for taxonomy including the discovery of several turtle species. Carl Friedrich Philipp von Martius, botanist, explorer, famous expedition into Brazil. Paul Zweifel, gynecologist, proved that the fetus was metabolically active, paving the way for new fetal research. Jürgen Teller, German artist and fine art and fashion photographer. Johann Schweiger, chemist, physicist, mathematician, named chlorine, and invented the galvanometer. Karl Heinrich Rau, economist, published an influential encyclopedia of all relevant economic knowledge of his time. Emmy Noether, mathematician, groundbreaking work on abstract algebra and theoretical physics. Heinrich Welcker, theoretical physicist, made numerous inventions in the early electrical engineering fields. Adolf Wagner, economist, founding proponent of academic socialism and state socialism. Edward Hauser, soldier, highly decorated soldier in World War I and World War II, 13th Panzer Division. Walter Krauss, soldier, highly decorated soldier in World War II, Luftwaffe Major. Hans Lotter, soldier, highly decorated soldier in World War II, famously escaped POW camp and wrote memoirs of it. Rudolf Fleischmann, scientist, nuclear physicist, member of the Uranium Club, theorist on isotope separation. Helmut Zahn, scientist, chemist, one of the first to discover the properties of insulin. Fritz Noether, mathematician, political prisoner, younger brother of Emmy Noether, imprisoned in Soviet Russia. Ernst Penzold, artist, famous German author, painter, and sculptor. Elke Sommer, entertainer, Golden Globe Award-winning actress from television and film, early Playboy playmate. Georg Nies, graphic artist, expanded algal computer language, pioneer in digital art and sculptures. Carl Meiler, tennis player, moderately successful in doubles tennis in the 1970s. Klaus Tauber, footballer, played for several Bundesliga teams from the mid-1970s-1980s, managed at low levels. Bernhard Plättner, electrical engineer and business administration, CEO for Siemens AG. Gerhard Frey, mathematician, worked on elliptic curve and helped prove Fermat's last theorem. Lothar Matthaus, German football legend, World Cup winning captain, Bayern captain, first FIFA World Player of the Year. Karl-Heinz Brandenburg, sound engineer, contributor to the invention of the format MPEG Audio Layer 3, or MP3. Heinrich von Peria, business administration, CEO for Siemens AG, advisor to numerous governmental figures. Willy Callender, medical physicist, pioneer in CT scan technology and research into numerous diseases. Jürgen Teller, fine art and fashion photography, worked for numerous magazines and designers, often with Björk. Peter Wackel, singer, with 6 albums and over 25 singles. He has a niche singing Schlager music. Flülerborg, entertainer, DJ, hip-hop artist, internet sensation, film critic. Hisham Zarik, an award-winning Palestinian Christian independent filmmaker, poet and visual artist. For a more complete list, please check out category People from Erlangen.